Good morning. All right, I'm going to start in about 2 minutes. So if you are watching this later on, you'll want to skip ahead a couple minutes. Just need a mat. And if you want some weights, you can. And that would just be to weight your some of your lower body moves. So just going to get myself set up here. All that's good stuff. Alrighty. Put that down a little bit. All right. Great, we'll get started in about a minute, but like I said in the chat, I'm just going to grab a mat and all right, so today we are going to do 7, so I'll go ahead and get started. My name is Katie. I am here to teach a lower body fitness class this morning. So hopefully if you're watching this live, it's a good workout for you. It'll be about 30 minutes, maybe just a little bit more of a stretching, whatnot at the end. We've got 4 rounds today. 2 will be standing and 2 will be on the floor. So it should be a good workout today. Like I said, I've got a mat. I've got this weight. I'm going to use a kettlebell. I don't know what's going on with this. It's mad at me. Come on. Well, I need to grab my phone for my timer. Huh. Okay, well, let me grab my phone. Sorry. I guess I could use this clock thing too, but I am not well versed in it, so I'm going to not use the clock. Let me find my thing. Sorry. Technical difficulties, of course. Okay, so but we're going to do 4 rounds, 2 standing, 2 seated, or on the ground, I should say. But we're going to focus in on that lower body. We'll hit some core along with it. But we're going to do 45 seconds per exercise and about 15 seconds rest between each exercise. Most of them, I think, are single side, but there might be a couple that we will split in half, split the 45 seconds in half. Words are good this morning. I'm just like struggling with my words a little bit, I feel like. Okay. This is not quite what I wanted it to be, but that's okay. We will be fine. I'm just gonna switch. Actually, never mind. It will be fine. I will figure it out. Okay, so let's go ahead and just get started. So if you've got music to play this morning, go ahead and turn that on. I'm gonna pop this up just a little bit more. Ooh, 2 people. All right, so let's just march in place, get that body warmed up. Our first round will actually be one of our floor rounds. We're gonna start on the floor, but we'll go ahead and get warmed up while standing. So I'm just gonna start with a nice march in place. Getting those arms going a little bit too. Happy Tuesday, made it through Monday. That's exciting. So you keep that up. Then pull it into a higher knee while pulling those arms down. I'm going to see if I can get this to work because it would be ideal. Maybe not. Maybe it's just dead. Whatever. Okay. So keep that going with those, pulling those high knees in. Okay, give me a few more here. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Good. Let's just do some nice hip openers here. If it's easier for you, you can stay on one side. That might actually be a better idea. Whew. Welcome to Tuesday morning. Always good to get a workout in the morning. Though I have to admit, it's not the huge for me. I'm usually working out after work, pre-work from home. That's a little different these days. Now it's mostly like after my kids go to bed. I'm a night owl. So, okay, a few more here. 2 and 1. Good. We'll just do some leg swings. So if you need to hold on to a wall or a chair, feel free to do that. Just going to take that leg forward and back. Woo! Good. Other side. Do a couple little squats and warm up that inner thighs a little bit too. Woo! I should be holding onto a chair, guys. All right. Just to get nice and wide, we're just going to go side to side here. Warm up those legs a little bit. But like I said, our first round is going to be down on the floor. We're going to do some hip bridges. I'm going to grab a little ball, or if you have a yoga block or a towel, you can add that into it to add like a little bit of a thigh squeeze. So I guess I forgot to mention that at the beginning. So I'm going to grab a little Pilates ball, but if you have something like that, or your kids, you have kids and you have a kickball at home, that would be great too. But yeah, yoga mat, anything like that. So we're going to do some squats, just nice and easy, not full range of motion quite yet, unless you have already warmed up prior to hopping on this, then feel free to do that. I can tell with my body that I'm not quite warm enough for full range of motion squats, but hopefully I'll get there after our first round. All right, so give me a couple more of these. 2 and 1, and just keep repeating some of the things that we were doing. I'm going to grab this ball real quick. All right. Not many of them are. That's okay. So, yoga block or a little ball or a rolled up towel is also great. But I'll go ahead and show you our first exercises. So again, we're going to be on the floor. So I'm going to take my ball, my yoga block, or whatever you want. If you don't have any of those things, don't worry about it. We're going to do hip bridges. This is just to add a little bonus. I'm going to squeeze in on the ball as I'm raising up for my hip bridge. So just squeezing up through that hip bridge. I'm really trying to keep my core nice and tight as I lower down so that I'm not like arching the biggest thing I think with hip bridges is that we tend to arch our back as we go down. So really focusing on kind of tucking that tailbone down as we go down while squeezing on that ball. Okay, then we're going to do a reverse plank. So we're just going to pop up, keep those hips lifted, eyes gaze up to the sky. If that's a little too hard for you, you can walk those feet in to the tabletop. Okay, so we've got that. And then we're going to do some donkey kicks. So we'll be on all fours. And we're going to start with full range of motion. Halfway through, we're going to pulse. Okay? And then, so 45 seconds on that leg, then we'll do the same thing on the other side. All right. So we will get started with the hip bridges. Go in here real quick and just move these around a little bit. Okay, so round 1, hip bridges. I guess that we're going to do 50 seconds this time. We're set up for 50 seconds, so that's laid plans. All right, 50 seconds to start. Oh, that's hard. I'm sorry, you all. This is horrible this morning. Okay, here we go. Hip bridges, squeeze in on that ball, and here we go. focusing on lowering down, keeping that low back from arching. Walk my feet in just a little bit more. So really squeezing all the way up at the top, not letting my hips hit all the way back down, unless that's what you need to do, that's okay. You need to rest at the bottom, totally fine. I'm gonna try to keep my hips lifted the whole time. It's a lot going on here in this simple move. Trying to squeeze in on this ball, keep my low back from arching. So seems like a very simple exercise, but lots to focus on as we're doing it. Woo! All right, 2 and 1, rest. All right, so we've got the reverse plank. So we're gonna pop up those hands in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Just trying to lift those hips the whole entire time. 50 seconds is a lot, so if you need to drop it down or go into tabletop for a little break, feel free to do that. Biggest thing is trying not to look down at our feet, so it's going to put a lot of pressure on our neck. So just trying to relax that neck, squeeze through those glutes, squeeze, 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 really focusing on that lower body. Shoulders are hopefully above wrists. I think I'm looking good here, but I think my wrists would be in a little bit. All right, 10 more seconds here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. So we've got that donkey kick. So tabletop. I'm going to do my right side first. Here we go. So full range of motion, bringing that knee up into the chest. My foot is flexed the whole time. Focusing on keeping my hips as square to the floor as I can. So I'm trying not to bring my leg out to the side like that. All right, we're gonna pulse in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Pulse it up. Flex through that foot. Keep that leg high. Woo! Working out that glute. Hello. Should be talking to you a little bit. Pulling that belly button to the spine. Keep that core engaged. Don't arch that back. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Rest. All right, same thing on the other side. So full range of motion, and then we'll pulse it out. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Pull it in. Push it up. Stamp that foot on the ceiling. Again, really trying to keep those hips as square to the ground as possible. There will be a little bit of a lean. And as much as we can keep those hips square, keep that core tight. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to pulse it up. All right, here we go. Pulse. Last 18 seconds here, then we've got a minute rest. Check in with that core, pull that belly button in, support that low back. Keep stamping that ceiling, we're almost there. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right. Feeling good. All right, we're gonna do standing work now. So, I'm just gonna grab a quick drink and roll this ball away. Probably gonna roll back to me. Oh no, it didn't. All right, so push this back. First exercise is a squat hop. So what that is, we're just staying nice and low on our legs, and we're just taking our legs out and in. Okay, option is just stay low and step it out. Okay, so low impact option there. Really working on keeping those hips back, especially in these squat hops. Our knees want to come forward. So just really focusing on that. Then we just got reverse lunges. If you are feeling like you want to, you can take it to a plyo. I personally am going to be doing reverse lunges, but maybe today is your day to do plyo lunges. All right, then we're just gonna do a plie pulse. This is where you could grab a weight and just hold it while we're pulsing. And then I'm gonna add little calf raises just to mix it up a little bit. And then we're gonna end with some curtsy lunges, so just taking that leg back behind and alternating. All right, that's it. All right, so we're gonna start with that squat hop. And 3, 2, and, oh, come on, work. Huh? Sorry, using my phone was not on the plan this morning. So squat hops here, 50 seconds. Could be a lot, so as you need, stand up, shake it out. Good. Almost there. We're halfway. I'm going to shake mine out a little bit. Woo. All right, 25 more seconds. These are hard. These are no joke. So again, option. It's just a step down. Ooh, my legs are not ready for this. Sorry, y'all. Like I said, I'm not a big morning exerciser, to be perfectly honest, too. And 1. Woo! Okay, shake that out. Nice. All right, reverse lunges. Starting in 3, 2, and 1. It's just going side to side. Now, if you're more of a beginner with lunges, I actually have this set up. So you can just do one side, or keep it in a split stance and just go down and up. Okay? Good. Woo! Good. If you were doing that, you're going to switch sides. If you are doing both sides at once, then just keep doing what you're doing. So this is a good option for people who may have some balance issues, just a little newer to the lunge series. So, good way to get the lunge. 2, and 1. Good. All right, good. Shake that out. We're going to do our plie pulse. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So, little side view for you all at home. I'm going to go straight down with my plie pulse. So I'm not back pulsing, but I'm really trying to go straight down here. Like I said, just lifting those calves up. Whatever feels good for you. Ooh, Nelly, okay. Good, 2 more seconds, you've got this. You stand up, shake it out. Feel free. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we've got curtsy lunges next. Two, and 1. Here we go. So just alternating sides here. Again, balance is a little bit of an issue. You can just keep it on one side. I'll let you know when we're about halfway through. Otherwise, you can alternate. Good. And switch sides if you are doing that. Finish it out strong here. Whew, balance. All right, almost there, 10 more seconds. Then we get a minute break, and we're going to take it back down to the floor. Breathe. 2, and 1. Good. All right. Woo. Okay. All right, so our floor exercises. Here, we're going to be starting a plank. We're going to take it 2. Reach for the shin or the knee or the toe, whatever is good for you. Back to the plank, other side. Okay, so that's our first exercise, so a little bit more core focused. Second one, we're going to be doing fire hydrants, left and right. We will split that. Let me see if that works out well. Okay, and then we are going to switch it to seated. Again, a little bit more core focus on this one, but it will engage the front of the leg or those quads. So we're just going to sit in a V sit, taking it back as far as it's comfortable. And just add a little punch up at the top. Try to squeeze those legs together. This could be a place where you get that ball or that towel back into play. All right, and then we're going to end. We're going to turn it back over into that plank position. We're going to just do, oh, that's not true. I'm sorry, tabletop. You can do it in a plank too. That would be much more challenging, but you can do it. All right, so elbow to the out, or knee to the outer elbow. Then I'm going to take it down and back, and then here we go. Okay, so we'll do one side and then the other. Just want to make sure my set up for that. It's not, but we'll figure it out. Okay. All right, so we're going to get started with that knee to down dog in 2 and 1. Here we go. So just into the plank, get all the way back into that plank. Touch the shin, the knee. If you're super flexible, maybe you can get the toe. So a little tiny bit of upper body in here too. Really squeeze into those glutes. That helps engage that lower body. We're halfway. It's that we're focused, really focused on the lower body and file. A little bit of core, little shoulder work. Wouldn't do any harm this morning. Good. 10 more seconds. Trying to return to a nice strong plank. Shoulders right above the wrist. Straight body. 2 and 1. Good. All right, fire hydrants. We're going to stay in that tabletop. I'm going to start with my left side or my right side first, and here we go. So just lifting up and down. Option if your wrists are starting to get tired, you can do make fists and put those into the ground, almost like a gorilla would. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Quick switch. And here we go. Other side. So especially with these, we want to try to keep our hips nice and square to the ground. With fire hydrants, we really want to rotate over to the side. And these are more effective if we can try to keep those hips really square to the ground. You'll feel it a lot more into that side hip. 2 and 1. Good. All right. Set it back. So that V sit. And punch it up. So a little upper body, but mostly focusing on that lower core. Squeeze those legs together. Work through those quads a little bit. Options to take the feet off the floor, but if you do that, just make sure that your form does not suffer. It will make it harder. So a lot of times when we do that, people are teetering a lot or just unable to maintain good form. So just make sure that if you are taking those feet up for that extra challenge, you're maintaining good form, you're pulling that belly button to the spine, really tightening through those abdominals to support that low back. Good, and then the higher you're sitting up, the easier it will be to. 2 and 1, good. All right, we're gonna tap on each side. So tabletop again, 2 and 1. Out to the elbow, tap over to the side. Bringing it out, straighten that leg, tap it over. Good, 10 more seconds on this side, and we'll switch it up. Again, trying to keep those hips as square as possible. All right, switch. Good. A few more seconds here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Make your way up. Grab a quick drink. All right, this is where you might also want to grab your weight, whether those are hand weights or a bar or with a kettlebell. But I'm just going to take my kettlebell. I'm going to do a little deadlift, so just pushing those hips back. And then back up. Then I'm going to squat. So deadlift and squat. Okay? So that's our first exercise. Second exercise is going to be one side and then the other. So we're going to do a lunge back and a leg raise. So this might be a place where you grab that chair to hold on to. But we're going to just do a lunge. Whew. See if I can even do it. I don't know. A lunge with that leg raise and then back down into that lunge. Okay? So we'll do that on one side and then the other. And then we're going to take it back to that plie. But this time, we're going to come up into a calf raise, and this is another place where you can hold that weight. Alrighty, so we're going to start with that deadlift and the squat in about 8 seconds here. So grab that weight if you want it. You can also do this without weight. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So deadlift and squat it down. Good. So in the deadlift, bending at the knees, pushing those hips back, and then squatting down. So you can really see the difference between the two moves if you're watching. Which is one of the reasons why I'm doing a combo with this one. A lot of times when I'm teaching, in the past when I've taught class, and I'm doing, they're called Romanian deadlifts. There's a bunch of different ways you can do deadlifts. I would always see people kind of doing more of a squat. And so this is just, it's a good combo move, but then it also just shows the difference between the two moves. So really the squat and then the deadlift. All right, rest. I'm going to do a lunge with that lateral lift or that lift in the back. And 1, here we go. So we're doing one side the whole time. So 50 seconds could be a lot, so take a break where you need it. I apologize. I feel like I'm a little jittery this morning. I ate, but I really don't think it was enough. So I'm a little out of sorts this morning, so just thought I'd be really transparent. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now. So if I'm just not as with it as I normally am, 10 more seconds here. For my energy just not as high. That is why I just don't think I ate enough this morning, or the right thing probably to fuel for the workout. 2 and 1. Good. Other side. Just gonna repeat this one. But I don't have that switch in the middle. All right, other side. 2 and 1. Here we go. So lunge it back and lift. So really working into that glute this morning. And again, maybe this is where you have, you're holding onto a chair. Just to assist you. Keep that going, about halfway there. Okay, I got this. Just shows, I'm here to show the importance of fueling before a workout, if that is what you need. 10 more seconds here. I do have colleagues who like run in the morning without eating anything first. And 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Okay. And then wide plie to that calf raise. Last exercise here. All right, I'm going to go back to this. And here we go. So, calf raise. But anyway, I have friends and colleagues who do exercise in the morning, who will go for a run. They don't eat anything ahead of time, and they're totally fine. They can do that, but I apparently cannot. I always eat before I come and teach this class. But today, I don't know what gives. I probably ate something that just didn't have enough like fiber or zinc. I don't know. Who knows? Almost there. You want to finish strong with me? We can finish these last 10 minutes with a little jump. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right, y'all. Breathe. Grab a drink. We are going to cool down. Pull that up. All right. So we'll just start with pacing around a little bit. Bringing our heart rate down. Maybe doing a little toe tap. Side to side. Yes, again, I'm sorry. I like really do feel a little iffy right now. But I hope that you feel good. Say la vie, right? All right. So let's start with the standing quad stretch. Just really pulling that, trying to keep those hips nice and square. Knee alongside the other. Squeeze into that glute to kind of help tip that hip forward a little bit. And yeah, so squeeze into that and you'll feel a little bit stronger of a stretch through the front of that leg. And breathe. So anyway, thank you for sticking with me this morning. I feel like I was a little, maybe it's just in my head, but feeling the way I do at this moment. Hopefully you got a good workout in. But I apologize, but it was like a little loopy or struggling with my words or what. I'm feeling just a little lightheaded, but I have something in my car that I can eat, so all good here. But I am just grateful that you spent the last half hour with me, and hopefully it was a good workout for you this morning. I will be back on Thursday at 5:30, a little bit different time, so 15 minutes later for some intervals, and I'll make sure that I'm properly fueled. We're just going to take it nice and wide, drop it down, and kind of pushing those legs back a little bit, dropping that shoulder. Good, other side. Good, keep those legs out wide, turn those toes inward. You can feel that stretch on the outside of that shin. Great stretch. It's a hard place to stretch, so especially if you're having like shin splint issues or anything like that, this could be a good one to try to stretch those muscles out. Especially if you kind of like try to press out through the foot. Not too hard, but just a little bit. Good. Take it side to side a little bit here. Dynamic movement. All right, we're going to take it down to the floor now. Stretch out the front of that hip. So I'm going to bring my right leg forward first. I'm just going to press into that just a little bit. Trying to keep a right angle with my front leg. Press into this a little bit. I'm going to add an arm crossover just to get a little extra stretch up through my side body. So if you like this workout today, make sure you like the video. throw any comments in the comment section of what you liked, what you didn't like. Maybe you didn't like that I was losing today. Me neither. No, I'm just kidding. You can also reach us at virtualfitness@tryhealth.com. Send us an email there. Tell us what you're liking about the classes, what you'd like to see more of. Always looking for that feedback. We're here to serve you all. And so just want to make sure that the content that we're putting out is what you're looking for. So feel free to give us that feedback if you're comfortable. We are very accepting of any and all feedback, especially with this being a relatively new enterprise for us and I think the fitness industry in general, right? All right, good. All right, let's do a little figure 4 stretch on each side. So we'll take it down to the ground. Actually, while we're sitting, let's go ahead and just stretch out the back of the leg, those hamstrings. But again, my name is Katie. It was great teaching the class for you today. And maybe I'll see you on Thursday for the intervals class at 5:30. But if you are working out at 7, that might mean that you are a morning exerciser. So you wouldn't be wanting to exercise at 5:30, which I understand. But there's classes all this week at 7. So check out that schedule. Again, thanks for joining. I'm going to end after this one with a little figure 4 stretch. But just make sure you're hydrating throughout the day. Stretch as needed throughout the day. All right, so figure 4 stretch. Stretch all those hips that we worked on in the fire hydrant. Oh, I also forgot, if you have not subscribed already, you can go ahead and do that too. I think you'll get alerts when we're going live, or if we have a live workout coming up, or just any new videos that are uploaded. So make sure you subscribe. All right, let's do the other side. We'll take some deep breaths and go about our day. Just trying to pull that leg in toward me while pushing the top leg away. Hold this for 3, 2, and 1. Let that go. You can either roll over to the side and push yourself up, or just roll up. Take my deep breaths from the ground. Ready? One more big one. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Eat something. I'm going to. But good to see you. I will be back next week at 7 o'clock for lower body on Tuesday, and then again Thursday at 5:30. So have a great day. Bye.